We're getting closer. Not there. You saw the end of the game. We got stuff to figure out. But you know what's great about it? It's all fixable. It's all fixable. How we finish off, what we do, and how we play with 9, 8 seconds on the clock. Who should have the ball at that point? It's all fixable. But the spirit of the team, I love their mentality. And I also told him, you know who else's mentality I love right now? And I looked around the room. Mine. I felt good all day about the game. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But getting away from all the clutter and everything else, let's just play. Let's coach our team. Worry about the next game we're playing, which was this one. That is a really good team. They've done a great job. Terrific defensive team. And then at the end, you know, we foul a three-point shooter. We give up a three when Kaysen had the layup, and then all of a sudden it's 5. And, you know, but you know what? It's us. We got to be in these kind of events to figure out what we do. Jacob making the 3, Jacob making the free throws. I mean, big deal. And think about where he was 3 games ago. 4 games ago, 5 games ago. You know, part of what we do, and I'm not just saying me, I'm saying coaches, you're not only coaching the skill, the schemes, you're having to deal with young people who are getting inundated with stuff. And an adult can keep it away and ignore it. Well, sometimes an 18 and 19-year-old can't. When he said I was in a dark place, think about that. Now, there are probably people, you look at it and say, what are you talking about? And all I say is, when you say, that's nothing, put your name in there instead of his or one of my other players. Put your name in there and tell me how you'd feel right now. So all I'm doing is worrying about these young people. I'm coaching. You're noticing offensively more deliberate. We're still running. We're still flying, we're still moving, but the ball's moving, more deliberate. We're more efficient now. And the game was shorter. But, you know, I'm happy we won 6 turnovers. Come on. And they're a terrific defensive team. And out-rebound them. So those 2 things were pretty good. Yes.
Cal, Oscar said after Louisville that you and he had talked about you being, I guess, more positive towards some of
that's not true. I don't know who told you that. No. What I told him is, I believe in you, and I'm holding you accountable, but you're capable of doing whatever you choose to do. But you got to believe in yourself. And I told him, not more positive, if you screw up, I'm just leaving it alone. So I'm not going to try to correct you in the game. We'll correct you after. So it wasn't, you're okay, and he got dunked on. Yeah, really, you're fine. He got dunked on again. But he reached out to Bob Rotella, sports psychologist, and he put himself in a different place. So, I mean, it's important, but it's not, no, I'm the same coach. I coach the same way. I don't know who said that we told, you know, he was just being more positive. What? I coach. I encourage, but I got to hold them accountable. I got to hold them to a high standard, and that's every one of them, not just Jacob, all of them.
How difficult is that line to walk, the holding accountable,
tough.
But also?
Tough. It's tough. Now, I want you to understand, and I always tell them this, you got a guy that loves you and will be with you till the wheels fall off, will never leave your side, and he's getting on you to challenge you to be better and holding you accountable. How can that really affect you when you know, dude loves me, the guy's for me? Now, again, holding guys to a high standard, you know, sometimes it's, I believe in them more, or I'm asking them to do stuff maybe they're just not capable of doing. But I knew what Jacob was. The biggest thing was not being positive and all that. I said, I'm going to start you next game. If you want to know the truth, that's what it was. I'm going to start you next game. And he kind of, okay. And I go, what? No, you come back and see me, we'll talk about it. Where's the, thank you, I want that. I want to start again. I want to be that guy. So he came up and that's what he said. I said, great, you're starting, you're fine. And I think, again, sometimes saying you believe, sometimes you got to do that and say, now I'm showing you I believe. Yes.
Coach, in both conference games now, Oscar has played a full 40 minutes. Early in the season, you kind of had him on a minutes thing because of his injury. Just how far has he come, and just what does it mean for the team for him to be able to do that?
Made free throws today. How about that? Made free throws today. That's big for us because we are going to him. And in most cases, you'll say, well, we're bigger, we're fine, we'll be able to guard him until you get in the game with him. And this kid is thrown, 255 pounds on you before he shoots. It's kind of hard. And he's sturdy. But did I play Case in 40 minutes? Yeah, you have to understand, I've had teams where I played 5 guys, and 6 and 7 played 9 minutes. I had guards that played 38 minutes a game at UMass. I've done it that way. And here's what happens. You start seeing chemistry and them growing together because they're on the court a lot. And I thought that's what this team needed. So now, like I said, how good was Damian, though, today? Damian was really good. But Adu and Agana did not get an opportunity. I grabbed him after. I just said, you got to be ready. Antonio didn't get a whole lot of minutes. Well, Chris was mixing it up and doing some good stuff, so I left him in there. But we need Antonio. We need CJ. We need one more guy that can go and stretch a game for us. Yes.
John, you were talking about your guys being inundated. I don't know that you could even do it, but you ever consider just banning social media on the team so it's away from them?
Yeah, I called President Biden to see if we could do that. No, because they got to learn to live with it. And if you're going to, here's what I'm always saying. The good stuff is poison. It's poison. Don't read it. You're never quite as good as it seems, and it's never quite as bad as it seems. The bad stuff creates anxiety, so why would you read it? Why would you look at it? But it's hard. These kids are on their phones all the time. And if they're reading it, then you better deal with it. And if it's affecting you in a negative way, you're not very smart. The thing with, you don't know if there are fans, and they may be Kentucky fans, but not basketball. You don't know. Who are they? So now the other schools start piling on and throwing stuff and this and that, and they're not even our fans. And I'd say this, you try to tell them that's a minority in most cases. But, like I said, it's the tax you pay when you coach and play here. It's part of the tax. We've got engaged, raging fans. And when you win, woo. And when you lose, woo. They're engaged. So deal with it.
So, John, is this a 5-man team? Have you found the rotation you wanted, or is this just the circumstance right now?
We'll see going forward. What if there's foul trouble? You want to play a lot of minutes, you better not foul. You get 2 fouls in the first half, I'm sitting you out, especially if you're one of those guys. But you're noticing we're flowing more in sync. You could just see it. So it's all the stuff we've been talking and working, and they've responded. Let me tell you, they were knocked for a loop now. We all were. I mean, the first game, come on. What in the world? And then you play as bad as we did with UCLA, and they made us that way, but we still were in a 2-point game and then didn't finish it. But when you see this, we almost didn't finish this. So we got to work on that kind of stuff. But I'll say this again, that stuff's all fixable. I was stunned that Severe missed that free throw. Stunned. If you were in our practices, when I stopped practice and we're on the baseline and you got to shoot a one-on-one, he walks up there so calm, bang, bang. That's why I was saying throw it to him, let him foul you. And he missed it. But you know what? We made enough to win the game. We're still learning about this team. I am. Just be patient again. I'm telling everybody, be patient with them because they're trying. And literally, I enjoy going to every practice. I enjoy walking in because there is Damian could be mad. He came in the office and we hugged. I mean, coaching Oscar, even though he does stuff and says some stuff that you shake your head like, where did you get that from? But you know what he is? A nice person. He doesn't want to harm anybody, and he's trying to get 20 and 20. Yes.
Yeah, Cal, in that last answer you mentioned about flowing and being in sync, and it seemed like from the jump you guys were that way, getting right from the tip off. How do you bottle that up and carry it, going forward in these next
Just keep
games?
working on it. One of the things that I've done with this team that I've never done is we're scrimmaging for at least an hour the day before the game. Now, you understand that's dangerous. And I've never done it before. This team needs it. You know why? We look out of sync. We're not smooth. We got to. And if somebody steps on something, we'll have to deal with it. But that's what this team, you remember the team in 2014, I believe it was, when we went to the national championship game? At the end of the year, we were practicing. No, it was with Julius Randle and that group, James Young. 14, we were practicing I can't stand for 3 hours. We were practicing. I had to go sit in a chair. 3-hour practices. At the end of the year, I never do that. But you know what? That's what that team needed. This team needs this. Keep doing it. Keep talking to them. Keep encouraging them. Keep holding them accountable. I was kind of mean yesterday morning. They'll tell you. Oh, I was telling guys straight up. And I got a little tough in the practice. Same way. Wasn't positive. It's holding them accountable. But you know what? I told them again, I believe in them. We're talking about all these teams. You're seeing teams get knocked off. We got a top 5 point guard. We can really shoot the ball. We don't shoot it every time, but we can really shoot the ball. We also have, there you go. Knew somebody would know. We got Oscar. No one else has him. You ready for this? We got terrific athletes. How about Damian? How about Jacob? How about toughness in Kaysen and Chris? How about a 7-footer that didn't get in that can block shots? We got a good bench. Well, wait a minute. Then what? Takes time when you have a new team. I'm impatient too, but we just got to keep striving. I mean, the next game we play, it's all I'm worried about. They have tomorrow off. We can't do anything tomorrow. So we'll go practice on Thursday, practice on Friday, and travel down, and we play at noon at Alabama. And it'll be sold out. You know that. And that's great. Let's go. Let's see where we are with that. Yes.
Not finishing as well tonight. Is that guys being tired, losing focus after playing 35, 40 minutes? And if it is, does this help build that foundation moving forward?
We just got to be clear in how we're going to finish games. I've made it clear in how we're playing offensively, the flow of the game. I've made it really clear and easy and narrow. Well, we got to do the same with that. So it's all fixable. I mean, there's certain guys that can't have the ball with 8, 9 seconds on the clock. Is that clear to everybody? It can't be them. They could be off the ball, and if you throw it to them, they're running in and doing something great. on the ball, smothered, maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's all fixable. It is. I'm happy we won the game. If we'd have played this way and lost, I'd have been really disappointed, but I would have said, we're fine. The stuff we're not doing is fixable. Fouling a three-point shooter? Are you kidding me? He's a freshman. He's a freshman. He didn't know you can't knock the guy down when he shoots. Played a good game, though. How about how hard Chris plays and how active he is? Like, and I'm saying it again, with all that we have, him playing that way, think of the difference he makes. All right, guys, it's like 11 o'clock. Let me go do this.